If you recently purchased your Action 6 and you would like to know how to grade your D log M, then this is the video for you. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing is I want to show you guys is what is my settings inside DaVinci Resolve. All right, so I'm just going to come over here. So my settings is 4K, and I'm going to come over here to the color management, and you're going to see the settings right there. So these are the settings that I'm actually using. So you guys can pause the screen and take that in. All right. So once we have done that, now we have our settings all put together. The next thing is the actual settings inside your Action 6. The settings that I use for the night photo is I use ISO 100 to 1600. My shutter was 1/60th because my video settings was 4K 30. So you always times the 30 by 2. And then now my texture is at -2 and my noise is at -2 as well. All right, so let's just get straight into it now, guys. All right, so the first thing I want to do is you need to create your CST. So you need to have a CST in and a CST out. So the first thing I'm going to do is you can add a right click and go to add node, and it's add a serial node, and it adds it like that. I usually put mine like this, and I'm going to right click again, click on label. I'm just going to say CST in and do the same over here, and CST out. All right, and then it's a color space transform. Sorry about that. The color space transform, you drag it to the actual node right here. Once you're here now, guys, first thing you're going to do is I just press D, and I'll scroll down, and you're going to see the DJI D gamut. All right, so you click on that. The next thing now, and this is my updated setting, but I'll explain in a little bit. So I'm going to go, usually they'll tell you to do DJI D log. I'm going to just leave it. I'm going to do the correction for you guys in a little bit. Now we're going to go to DaVinci gamut and DaVinci intermediate. All right. Two things you can do. You can, just as a shortcut, you can just right click or just click on, and you can just say, you can actually copy this if you would like. Just press Command C and copy, and Command V to paste it. So it's going to paste the entire thing over, but what you need to do is just to switch. Once you switch, it goes back to where you actually need it to be. The only thing you're going to change now, you're going to press R on the keyboard and you get Rec 709, press enter. And you're going to press Rec 709 again. And I'm doing -A. So we're pretty much following the settings of what we have in our settings inside DaVinci Resolve. As you notice here how dark this looks like, it's not supposed to look like this, all right? So we're going to go back to the CST, and this is where I was saying to you, this was my old setting that I had before, which was incorrect. As you grow, you get to make adjustment and you find out the correct things, all right? So what you need to do is to change this to Rec 709. And you can see now, it's at the correct settings there. So what I'm going to do next now is I want to create 4 more serial nodes. You can press Option S, and for the 4th one, you just go to nodes and you just add a serial node. So I'm just showing you 2 ways in which you can actually add it. All right, so I'm just going to highlight these and just going to drag it to the center. The first thing I want to do is I want to correct my white balance. All right, so obviously probably my white balance was a little bit too warm. I didn't realize when I was recording the video, so that's okay. So what I'm going to do is on the first node, I'm just going to label that WB for white balance. The second node, I want to call this my contrast. All right, let's label that. And then the third one, I want to actually label this, I think I'm going to call this my SAT, which is saturation. And I have a free DLC for you guys, DCTL for you guys, all right? So it's going to be in the comment section below. You guys can actually download it for yourself, all right? And then now, I'm just going to be for the detail, all right? So those are the nodes so far that we have here. So now we need to get the white balance. That's the first thing I really want to get done is my white balance. It's a little bit warm, all right? So now we're gonna come over here, chromatic adaptation. Just gonna drag it over. Once you're here now, under source illumination, you're gonna change that to color temperature. And the correct color temperature, for me at least, is I like to do 5600. Kelvin. And I kind of bring down the warmth a little bit in the scene right there. So we are in a good space. Now we're going to go over to our contrast. Come over here now, right? And you're going to go to your pivot. You're going to double click on that and you press 0.335. And that's your proper mid-tone for your contrast. And then now you're just going to drag it to a point where you kind of feel comfortable, but you're not losing too much shadow, too much of your blacks, you're not crushing the blacks, all right? And that looks pretty good right there, all right? Now I'm going to come over to the SAT now, and you're going to come over to the DCTL. So your DCTL, guys, is a section, is a file that you actually drag and drop. Like I said, I'm going to have the link in your description below. And all you're going to do, if you come back here, you come over to your color space management here, you can say open LUT folder, and it's going to take you inside the folder where you have your LUTs. And all you're going to do, that file that you're going to download, just drag it into the main folder, into empty space right there, and you get your LUTs in. All right. Once you have done that though, you're going to just restart DaVinci Resolve. All right. So that's one of the first things you're going to do before you start grading or anything like that. Let's get back to where we're at now. So I'm on the SAT section here. I'm just going to come all the way down, and this is it right here. And all you're going to do, just watch the colors over here. The thing about this too is that when you're doing any kind of the SATs, it does not break your file, which is really good. And you can just drag it. I'm just drag it to a point where I see those blues look really nice and rich. And I'm also watching the gold on the metal here, right in this section right here, to see how rich it looks. And all I'm going to do, just a little right there. And I think that, for me personally, looks really nice. All right. Next thing now is we're going to come over to the details, click on details, and then now you're going to come right here. Click on this little icon right here, and inside your radius, you're just going to drag. I normally put mine around 47 or 48. For me personally, I don't want to do it too much where you start seeing those halos. You don't want that. And this is pretty much it, guys. The shadows might be a little bit crushed, so we can also come over here, come back to the white balance, and press your option S. And then now you can come over here to your HDR, and then inside your shadows section, or you can even come inside the dark. We can go to shadows, and you can just bring the shadows up a bit. Just kind of lift those blacks a little bit so it's not too crushed. Right about there. I can come into your darks and lift those as well. And that's looking really nice. So that looks a lot better now. So if we come back over to our video here in our edit section here, and we'll play the video. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is how easy it is. You can actually edit your video without using any LUTs whatsoever. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys have any questions whatsoever. And if this has actually helped you, smash that like button, guys. And if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe for more. And there might be a video over here that I think you might be interested in. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.